Hi, guys. Welcome back to part 2 of Walking on Eggshells. I hope that you've gotten more clear about why you're walking on eggshells and noticing when you're doing it. Right. Well, and I hope that you already listened to part 1. If not, go do that first. All right. And I hope that as you're becoming more aware of this, that you're really starting to see that it keeps you from truly being known in your relationship. And if you think about back to towards the beginning of your relationship, to be known by another person is really one of the greatest gifts of an intimate relationship. If you remember back, you probably shared things like, I've never told this to anyone before, or you're so easy to talk to, or no one knows me like you do. And you felt a lot more known. You were probably a lot more known by your partner then. And so when you're walking on eggshells, you're doing the exact opposite of that. You are not being known. So if you've identified that you would like to be more known in your relationship, if you would like to stop walking on eggshells and tiptoeing around your partner so much, then that's what this formula is about, right? I told you I was going to give you this formula. And what it is, it's a fill in the blank, and it's got 3 parts to it. And so start out by identifying something that you would like to say, something that you've been holding inside, maybe something that happened in the past that you want to be able to talk about. All right. And then there's these 3 parts of this. The first fill in the blank is when X happened. So when the facts about something that already happened, you fill in the blank. And so then as you start to talk about this, you say, when this happened, and you're filling it in with just the facts that happened. Okay. So when you said this, or when you spent this money, or whatever it is, the facts about it. And the second part is I felt, then fill in the blank with just the feeling, right? Just the emotion. So I felt disrespected, or I felt frustrated, or I felt angry, or I felt afraid, right? So that's the second part. So when this happened, you fill it in with the facts. I felt, then you fill that in with the feeling. Okay, fill in the blank. And then the third blank is because I thought blank. You fill in the blank. Okay, so that third part, because I thought, that's where you fill in what were you thinking about what happened, and then you can share. And remember, this is again that great skill of separating out the facts from the thoughts. Okay, because we've got the facts that happened, and then we've got our thoughts about it. And we really want to be clear that most of those thoughts are just things that we are making up. So you doing this first, not in real time with your wife or with your child, but doing it ahead of time, filling in these blanks. I'm gonna write out these in the show notes so you can go there. But again, just briefly, it's when blank happened, I felt blank because I thought blank. And then you fill in those blanks ahead of time. And why this matters is because it helps you get really clear about what's actually happening for you. And it helps you decide whether or not you really want to share. Right? You might be thinking that you want to share, but when you put it in this formula, you might get enough awareness for yourself that, oh, actually, I can see I was just making that up. I actually don't need to share this after all. Or it helps you get clear about why you do want to share this, because there could be really good reasons, right? So, getting really clear about it, putting it in the formula, and then you can decide, why do you want to share this? What is the purpose for you sharing? And one of the great purposes is just to be known, right? To be opening that avenue of connection. And we want to be really clear that we can't guarantee how the other person is going to respond, right? And especially if you're changing things up, she might be really surprised and might have a whole different reaction. We just don't know. But at least you are inviting connection by being willing to be known. So you really can't lose here. There's so much value in a relationship to be known, to stop walking on eggshells, to identify what is it that you want to share and why, and not be so afraid or needing to protect yourself from what the other person might do or say. So that's what I want to offer you today, that this formula, very simple, can be really super helpful to get clear and know why. What is your purpose for sharing this? Okay, so if you like what you're learning here and you want to get some faster help, schedule a 30-minute session with me. Did you know that amazing work can be done in 30 minutes? And I've put in the show notes a special link to my schedule that gives a discounted rate just for my podcast listeners. So, what are you waiting for, right? Haven't you been struggling long enough? So, go schedule a session with me. And next time on the podcast, I will be here with some more nuggets in the Good Guy Corner, giving you skills for an easier life and better relationships. I've got you.